Hey, Faith, let's talk church opening and some of the changes that are coming a week from this Sunday. So perhaps by now you've heard the governor's announcement and that houses of worship are now included in a greater than 50 capacity per space. And so now the allowances are up to 100 people per space. And so at Faith, we can certainly accommodate that in our main room. And we could probably accommodate a little more than the 50 in the B. Lee Center. And of course, we always have the youth building as a third option. And so we've been figuring out how we could make some changes that just go beyond even just increasing numbers and create a little bit of flexibility that some of you would probably be happy to hear about. Registration in particular is the thing that we've heard a lot about. Some of that is coming from a place of it just being a little bit clunky in the sense of having to get there on time. And if I rush to get my name on the list, I feel like I might be bumping the spot for somebody else. Some of us are sensitive to just signing up in general, and it's just some of the concerns that come with that and everything. And so all of those things are always taken into consideration. What we thought we would do is, because of the flexibility now that we have, we would do kind of meet people halfway and see what transpires. It's going to require, though, some understanding on both parts for this to work well. Please understand that as we announce some of these changes, it doesn't change our conviction that we need to be doing things the way that is being asked of us. And so none of this is meant to open a door for more leniency other than what's been stated and some of the things that we think we can do internally. So, okay, enough rambling on my part. Here's what we're going to do. A week from Sunday, we are going to remove the registration requirement for first service only. So if you want to get up and come to church at 8:30 and you don't want to put your name on anything, then we are lifting the registration requirement. But that's got to work a certain way. We're still only going to have 100 seats available in the auditorium. We didn't want to do this because we think it looks and feels a little bit weird, but we will have someone kind of clicking, just kind of counting, okay, I think we're at 100. So the next overflow room would be the B. Lee Center. And then if there's a lot of people that wanted to come back to church and didn't want to register, and now we need more than, say, 150 seats, we have the technology to set that up in the youth building. So what we're asking you to do is to, if you want to come without registration, you come early, prepared, be kind of distanced. You know, the Rolling Stones aren't performing, so we don't need to mob in and that kind of thing. Instead, just kind of come in at a casual pace like we normally do at Faith. We kind of feel like the way everyone trickles in is a perfect pace for us. So come, please don't be offended if the person at the door has to say, hey, we just hit 100 capacity. They're not trying to be mean or the Gestapo or anything like that. We just are trying to comply and make this thing work for the duration that we can. And so please honor that and understand that. But we think it could be kind of an exciting thing to be able to lift some of that feeling of awkwardness and having to sign up and all those kinds of things. The second thing, though, that we're going to do is while we do increase the seating to 100 in the auditorium, the second service we are going to keep registration alive because it impacts signing up kids and making sure the parents that are bringing kids to kids' church have a seat and that kind of thing, and also because we no longer have the youth building as the third location to be able to use as an overflow space. So we still unfortunately need to keep registration alive for the second service just because there's a couple of backfilling issues that come with that. So anyway, we hope this is good news for you. We're excited to be able to see more and more faces. None of this is to forget the fact that we still have a lot of our faithers who are watching from home on purpose. That is their choice. That is their need because of their situation. Let's continue to pray for everybody. Let's continue to reach out to the people that you miss. I know that's a real simple request, but we often forget that. We think that so often people feel connected and plugged in, but it's just not the case, as you know. And so remembering the people that wish they could be there and instead are having to look at my face on a screen and stuff, so you can sympathize with them. You know, it's not always the best thing in the world. So let's look after each other. Let's do this kind of as a team. I feel a little silly saying that, but I just know that our opinions are through the roof with how all of this should be handled. And so I've just seen a lot of people that disagree with us show us a lot of respect, and I just can't thank them enough. And so I do think it's possible. We have seen it, and so we're just praying for more of that. And we're looking forward to when this is kind of behind us, and we have church as we kind of thought it was before all of this. So God bless you, and thank you again for your patience, your endurance, and looking forward to this. So again, a week from this Sunday, 100-person limitations in the auditorium. First service will be no registrations needed, but please expect if you're over the 100, you'll get spilled into the overflow rooms, and we'll just make adjustments week after week if we need to, depending on how this works. So God bless you all, and thank you for still being faith.